Good evening. Good evening, guys. This is me live. I thought I would do something a little bit different. I was going to do a live watch along to SmackDown. So hopefully we'll see how we are with numbers, see how it's going. But the opening promo has been with The Rock in the ring, lights down. Seems to be a bit of a different side of The Rock in this part anyway. But serious, going hard on, really going hard on Cody Rhodes' family. This is the Hollywood Rock back. It's the heel song from 2003. We're all talking about Hollywood Rock. So it looks like he's has returned for now. I thought that was some of his best stuff, Hollywood Rock. Probably it was probably the corporate rock, corporation rock, or the Hollywood Rock. Probably the best version of the Rock character, in my humble opinion. But that was a proper like a heel promo. Something a little bit different there. Um, he went hard on that promo as well on Rhodes. And, you know, so looks like there's gonna be an ad break and then there'll be a match coming up. I wonder how we'll be for numbers. Hopefully we'll get some more people in. My first ever live watch along. First time I've done one of these. Um, do, 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 do. So I didn't get all that promo, but it's pretty tense, though, right? That was a maybe a slightly different side to the Rock, a much more serious side. Good to see heel Rock though. That's one good thing that has come out of all this. Oh, you cry, baby. We finish the story bullshit. We're getting a heel Rock. So fair play. Do, 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 do. Yeah, maybe we should have given a bit of forewarning with this watch along, but we'll see how we are for time. Have it scheduled in advance, maybe the next time I do it. But do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So solid start to the SmackDown, right? Imagining it's getting rave reviews, that promo on social media right now from The Rock. So he's saying this shit is going to go down as the greatest storyline pivot in WrestleMania history or WWE history. Yeah, I don't know. Not entirely sure about that. Yeah, they were chanting "Whoop that trick" about The Rock to Cody Rhodes' mother, right? Jeez, dude. Gotta love the WWE universe, huh? This is wrestling. Some line here, I'm not quite sure this reference, just like Ja Morant when he's waving a gun. Hmm. The adverts seem long. This or something. So here we go. Start it again. Angel Umberto. Not familiar with him all that much, to be honest with you. I believe these guys are cousins, right? Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo. Have a good look to them, though. He was just a young boy about 4 or 5 years ago, is he, Humberto? But he looks pretty good. Looks pretty cool here. Have the valet. Oh, LWO, Latino World Order, huh? Garza had that ladies' man gimmick before, right? Mike, I'm good. I'm good. How you doing, Mike? I just started this live log, Mike, and then I didn't watch the whole. I only saw a bit of the end of the Rock promo. I'm imagining it was a solid promo as usual. Really good. Zelina, what's with the whole headphones gimmick? She stole that from Tyson Kidd, right? He used to come out with those Beats by Dre headphones, huh? I don't get it. I don't know, like a botch. Oh no, they were picture perfect. To be fair, we going to an ad break already? Oh, you got to point at the sign, eh? Got to point at the sign. Whoa, pretty good, impressive. To be fair, they're not going to win though. They're not going over. Nah. There'll probably be a cat fight, will there, with the two women, eh? Oh, ad break now. Hmm. I still think was it Humberto and Garza? They'll go over in this match. So Hollywood Rock is back, huh? Brought back the old theme song, yeah. He's been listening, huh? He's been listening to us. He came out initially just to the U one, and then it switched, transitioned into the Hollywood Rock song, right? Sweet, sweet. Yeah. PC, I hear you, I hear you. I'm just doing this for the purpose of the channel, you know? I haven't done one before, watch along, so I thought I'll give it a try, watch SmackDown. I don't think I've watched it in about 2.5 years. I think the last one I saw was then they had that one in the garden. That was maybe September 2021. Rocks everywhere, eh? XFL, USFL. You think he's gonna stick to business, or do you think he's gonna try and run for become the president in 8 years? Yeah, yeah. You better just hearing me talk shit on it, PC, than watch it yourself. Hi, Greg. I think the pebbles had grabbed his ankles. Hey, come on though, it's Rock, you know. Yeah, Rock cuts a decent promo, P, come on. Were you never a Rock fan? Were you more of a Stone Cold guy? God, the adverts take forever on these bloody American stream. I watched WWE when it was on Sky, and then when it switched to BT. I don't have BT Sports, so there was some sing-along thing. It was like some dude that was playing the guitar, right? And was it some guy rapping as well? Who was the guy rapping? Oh, you're not a rock guy. You didn't like how he went there with the family. It's all approved, I imagine. You never know. Sometimes things aren't approved in promos. Um, a lot of people thought it was quite controversial. You know, the thing that Candice LeRae said to Maxine Dupree. You know, King Mike. Hi. Yeah, I know that takes it way too far, doesn't it? Threatening the daughter. I know. I hear you. Death threats. That's just. I mean, it's not even your diehard your diehard fans at this point. You're insane. You're nutcases, and these marks they dictate things. You know that's what's messed up. They're dictating how things are going. Mike, I came across your channel actually yesterday. Funny you popped on. We've got similar views on a lot of things. You know, UFC. You know that's interesting. PC. I'm not a UFC guy, but I might do a couple of reaction videos to that. You know. Yeah, well, the thing is, Greg, I started watching in 2000, so that was still, the Attitude Era was a solid year, quality year, great talent. Pay-per-views were always solid, um, top to bottom. Just, I don't know what the hell it is today, you know? I mean, very crisp, nice production. You know, there's the glitz, the glamour, but it just isn't the same though. In terms of characters and storylines, it just isn't the same, isn't it? Is it? It's no, no, definitely, Mike. No, no, no problem. And you had an interesting take on the whole thing, you know, with Maxine Dupree, that whole thing on Raw. And I did a video on that, and I was just pointing out the double standard that people had with that. You know, the same people that were praising Candice LeRae for her great heel work. To me, that's the same people that were shitting on Paige for the whole promo with with Reed Flair to Charlotte. Oh, Reed didn't have enough fight in him. That one, which people say that was pretty tasteless. You know, one of the most tasteless like line segments, what have you, on Raw history. Yeah, it is a bit too bright and colorful, isn't it? CJR, thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, well, the Riley video, I mean, I've got 3 CJR. Um, the one when I was reacting to the Ryback video on Sunday, that just happened to come out, 20, 25 minutes before Cena did that stupid shit, uh, you know, n going on stage naked at the Oscars. So it blew up, you know? Yeah. Yeah, Mike, it changes all the time for these fans, doesn't it? What they like, what's acceptable, what's unacceptable. So fickle. But with that storyline with Maxine Dupree, though, they totally have gone the wrong way with it, have they, Mike? They should really be off of that with the fans booing her, should turn her heel, really. Think back to, like, Rocky Maivia, um, I mean, God, imagine if social media was around back in the day when Rocky with the Rocky sucks chants and the Die Rocky Die. And you got wrestlers in the boys in the locker room, oh, running to the aid of The Rock. Oh, me. I think now, in fairness, men are men, and we wouldn't resort to shit like that, right? But you never know in with this culture, right? Yeah, interesting CGR, yeah, yeah. And it wasn't even like it was calculated on my part with the Oscars thing. I had no idea about the Oscars or that Cena was gonna be on it. Um, yeah, maybe there's something to that with the timing and getting this stuff out. And I'm talking about it, Ryback's talking about it, Cafe de Rene, they've touched on it. So hopefully a few more people will touch on it. Did he actually wear a dress? Was it actually like a woman's dress, or was it just like some other weird outfit? But it is weird, right? As soon as he gets back, he goes backstage, who greets him? Cena, the Rock. It's like, welcome to the club, kid. But yeah, he looked like he kinda had his head down as well. You notice that? Yeah, I agree that's too far, because as much as you can say it's like they're characters, but this is like a r there's it's still like a real life thing. It's not like this is, like a soap opera, and one actor is playing a character, totally different person, name, life experiences, what have you. Um, well, I just caught when I first started the live stream, Mike. I caught the end of the Rock promo, and it was different. The promo, seem pretty intense, pretty strong, going in on Cody's family. So it seems now that Hollywood Rock is back. He came back with the old theme song from 2000, early 2003. So there's good things there. Seems that he's listening to us a bit, I guess. But it was just some tag team qualifying match with LWO, who didn't even get an entrance against Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. Don't know if that's exactly their names, but back when last time I really followed it in 2020, that's when that was their names. But LA Knight's coming out to talk. Caleb Braxton, I believe. LA Knight's got something to him. He's got something to him. He's over. Even it might not be my cup of tea personally, but I think he definitely tries to use some of the Rock mannerisms, LA Knight. Yeah, Jar, that thing came off a bit lame with Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae is half her size, I know. It was ridiculous, eh? No. LA Knight goes there in promos. Hi, Cara. Hey, how are you? Good to see you, Cara. LA Knight called AJ Styles a mark. To be fair, PC, my hairline's a bit like LA Knight. He does the best with what he's got to work with, you know what I mean? Uh-oh, here we go, AJ. Chair shot right to the back. AJ's flip-flopped a few times, isn't he? From heel to babyface, heel, babyface. Jason Jordan's out. Jason Jordan, Jamie Noble. Is Jason Jordan ever going to wrestle again? Do you know? Is that him done forever? They're grooming Corey Graves now to be the next Michael Cole. I'll give him a shot, see how he is doing play-by-play. I was never a Logan Paul guy. They're doing a look back at last Friday. Logan Paul's got something to him, though. Give him credit. You got the charisma, the promo. From what I've seen, good, really good in the ring. Yeah, Wade Barrett. What I've heard from Barrett so far, he's all right, good enough, I suppose. KSI stayed in the ring for too long though. That looked a bit hokey, didn't it? He would have just ran out. I can remember. I think they had it on WrestleMania 12 PC. They had a logo on the canvas. They used to have it back in the ECW days, didn't they? They had the logo on the canvas. So Nick Aldis is the general manager. I'll tell you something PC though. RKO like a champ though. He sold that shit pretty well. For a guy that's not like a trained proper wrestler, he sold it pretty damn well. I seem to remember, wasn't it a few years back that Meatloaf made an appearance and Orton RKO'd him? Like friggin' Meatloaf took an RKO. Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller looks like him and maybe they've got potential there. Maybe, they look alike, similar type look, personality. So was he putting together as a tag team? WWE shop. Those title belts look crap, right? The Winged Eagle one from the Attitude Era was the best, huh? These had these adverts on America American TV are annoying as fuck, aren't they? So in this next match, if Logan Paul comes out and screws Orton, that wouldn't surprise me. Um, I mean, I would say Logan Paul, Randy Orton, WrestleMania. That's the match, right? You want to book, huh? Get the belt off Logan Paul, give it to Randy Orton because a little bit more credibility, I suppose. But Even I'm thinking JD means this in a good way, right? JD from NY, I'm just not sure anyone wants to see the Cody Rhodes finish his story anymore after this murder Rock just committed tonight. He's one of Cody Rhodes' biggest fanboys, isn't he? No, 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 he has won the US title before. He won it in 2018 BC. Can't remember who he beat, but then I think he lost it to then Jinder Mahal in a fatal four-way at WrestleMania. I think he beat Bobby. I think it was Bobby Roode he beat for the title. I think I seem to remember correctly. Never quite the same, is it? Our top guy who's a champion goes down and like demoted, to the lower belt. Like back in the day, I used to think to myself, like Stone Cold. Imagine Stone Cold Steve Austin fighting for the Intercontinental title, right? You would never have seen that, right? The Rock, for that matter, you would have fought for the Intercontinental IC title, not when he was at the peak. It would have been 99, 2000. You kidding me? The FedEx Forum. This is Memphis, Tennessee. The older belts, yeah, the classic Intercontinental title, um, even the European title. European title, I like. I like the look of the European title. They dropped that far too soon, didn't they? They should have kept that. They should have brought that back, the European belt. Surprised they didn't. Yeah, I think it was the Big Eagle belt they brought in after WrestleMania 14, I believe, after Austin. Uh-oh, we got the bloodline. Kayla Braxton. Jimmy's going in as brother Jay. Calling Jay the little brother. It's funny, Jimmy was the one years ago that stood out between the two, but now it's Jay who's the over one and the more popular one. Funny how things change, huh? And Jimmy doesn't get injured back in COVID when the pandemic hit, then a totally different story, right? How things would have panned out. I have no clue who the Warren Treaty are, but they're two-time Grammy Award nominees. If they're good, then okay. But I get the feeling with music these days, they're not. At least they've allowed Randy Orton to keep a song, from Legacy, the Jim Jones era, Voices in My Head. Jim Jones was the man, wasn't he? They've got to put him in the Hall of Fame, huh? He was my guy growing up, Orton. I was a big mark for Orton, but great performer. But as a person, I don't know. I think that's a bit of a different story. That's interesting, P. You know what? I from people I know who've had do it with sister, dudes who grew up with sister, or guys who have daughters. There's some truth out there, I think, PC. I mean, you're talking to a guy who just me and my brother. I didn't have a sister growing up, you know? No, PC, I think we think alike, you know? I've thought that, you know? Yeah. And I think it's guys that grow up with sisters as well sometimes can have a bit of a complex, you know? Think of like a guy like Sting, right? He has all sons, you know? And you say Sting's like a stand-up guy, you know, very well liked guy, well respected. Oh, Logan Paul's coming out before the match starts. Logan Paul grew up a big fan of wrestling. Take it that he did, right? Because multi-millionaire, all the money he's made, it's different businesses, you know, his success of his YouTube channel. He doesn't need to be doing this, right? He must do it because he has a real passion for it, huh? He's had some questionable moments in his time, Logan Paul, but he's got something to him though with this, and I can give him a bit of credit for that. PC, do you not think he was just in character though, and he was playing dumb to it a bit? Think of all the training though, and then all the matches he's had, PC, and all the bumps you take though. You must love it if you must have a passion for it if you're prepared to put yourself through all that. Right. I see, I see. And I think he's a big rock fan, you see. So maybe he watched in the Attitude Era, Logan Paul. Maybe he watched briefly in the Attitude Era, then he stopped watching, you know, before the whole "What Chant the King," and that was 2001 time. Austin Theory should be doing better than this though. After Cena put him over last year, and he's just in this tag team that I don't know exactly where it's going, right? But Cena burying Theory in those promos last year and then putting him over seems so dumb, doesn't it? 2K game, is it? The 2K? Is this virtual reality that they had for Post Malone? What the hell is he doing? What have they got this idiot on? Had Bunny's a character in the game? Bloody hell. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know PC. He's done some questionable stuff. There's the whole thing in Japan with the suicide thing, and then speak to him after that. He cut off all communication with them. So I don't know how it is now. You know, with Logan Paul and The Rock being backstage, they interacted, or they, you know. Is a fence has been mended there, or bloody ad breaks are so annoying though. They're even worse than I think about longer on the American TV. Well, that's a good point, isn't it? Because then later on, he said that The Rock reached out to him a few years later. So that does strike me very much like he's a fair weather type friend, you know. But then apparently the reason he was upset about it initially was because of the whole thing of because his mom almost she had attempted suicide. She would get run out uh, on a highway, and he stop her, grab her, get her away. But then even wasn't True Geordie like did like some video where he got all emotional about Logan Paul and that thing, but they made up, right? You know, I think you know the big content creators got to stick together, huh? And they're all in that world, aren't they? Where it's like this, the you know the internet content creators do all that exhibition boxing and the whatever it is, MMA, kickboxing. It's not for me personally, but oh god, this Masked Singer show looks even more hokey in America than it is over here. Bloody hell! Back to the match, Orton Waller. Oh god, yeah. Well, you know, PC. It's interesting. Drew Doherty's taken the whole Vince McMahon thing. He was kind of like almost more like on McMahon's side and making a mockery of the situation. And you know, like Drew Doherty, like depending on the people he's on the show, likes to make out like he's kind of like this, like at times like thoughtful guy, but a lot of the time he's just an arsehole, is he? You know what I mean? He's just a guy that got. I wouldn't say I'm sure he put work in his YouTube channel, but he did get quite fortunate, right? And he was able to grow from it. And you know, he's messed up though. He's messed up a couple of times. I guess they all do when they let their egos get the best of them. But I know the co-host Lawrence. He doesn't talk to him anymore, right? Um, After the whole thing, the backlash with the whole blowing up Muslim, you know, that whole thing in relation with Andrew Tate, and he's still out there though. Still has somewhat of a name in this YouTube world, huh? This crowd loves Orton though. They love Orton. Yeah, yeah. That's he got in that world though, and he got involved, and he's involved in doing like promoting and commentary, and yeah, he tried to make it about himself, didn't he, True Geordie? But the thing with that guy Lawrence, the co-host, not speaking to him, you know, if you go back to that clip with the whole thing on the live stream, with the whole thing in relation to Tate, Lawrence kind of props him up into saying something, you know, and kind of if Lawrence hadn't done that, he might have not said what he said, you know. Uh, is he going to beat him clean, Orton? RKO? No. Austin Theory pulled Waller out of the ring. Uh oh. Orton's grabbed Theory. Uh oh. He's got him in for the DDT. Nailed DDT. Nailed him. Nailed him with the DDT. RKO. He caught him with the RKO. He nailed Waller, RKO, and he pins him 1, 2, 3. It was over that PC, but then that Lawrence did a an interview with that guy, you know, the big Man U fan guy, Goldbridge, Mark Goldbridge. And I think he just said that Drew Jardy messaged him one time or sent him a message on WhatsApp, and that's been about over a year, and he just hasn't got back to him, didn't reply to it, and I always felt for some reason that Lawrence and Drew Jardy were never that close, you know. Realistically, okay, they both like football, but what do they actually have in common? Kevin Owens is coming out for the save. So Logan Paul, Theory, and Waller in the ring. Oh, Owens he's running with a purpose. It's the fastest I've seen Kevin Owens run. Oh, turn heel Owens, turn heel on him Owens, do a stunner. Come on. So Kevin Owens saved Orton, but then Orton went to do an RKO. I think he thought Owens was one of the guys, like one of the Orton's and Owen acting all pally. I mean, Albson. WrestleMania match about to be made. Yep, triple threat, man. I mean, they can have a good match, but I don't know. Is that going to set the world on fire? But hey, could be all right. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure whether the rest of the show is Roman Reigns going to be on, or you got the night off. Yeah, I mean, I can get views other ways. PC. I don't think doing these watch alongs all the time is how I'm going to go about it. But I might do one for WrestleMania though. You know, WrestleMania could get some decent numbers for that. But yeah, but you know what? Maybe they were worried PC because Rock takes so much time with those promos. You know, if they tell Rock to do a 12-minute promo, he's probably going to do a 20-minute promo. So I felt like they probably thought, let the Rock do his thing where there's no real time constraints. And then, you know, if we have to cut time for matches, we'll do that. So I understand why they do it. And it's Rock, you know. Yeah, exactly. It's Rock. You just got to let him go out and do his thing. And he's just got to act naturally with the crowd, you know. And that's what makes it really good. You know what I mean? I mean, Rock's Rock at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I'm a bit skeptical of him and his career in Hollywood and moves he's made. some moves, but overall, though, in terms of an entertainer, you don't get much better than The Rock, right? Right, it's playing up a little bit, this live stream link. You gotta, like, click 100 things until you can play it, and I don't think I'm gonna get it. It's a pain in the arse. Oh, eventually. I'm using VIP Row, you know? I know there's been, like, about 100 different versions of VIP Row. That's usually my go-to, though, for streams. Okay, eventually, after all that pop-up ads, I've got something. Rapid streams. Is that ads free, is it? Or do you still get all those stupid ads? Ah, right, I see. I'll maybe give rapid streams a try for the next one. Look at this, I can sit through the rest of SmackDown, though. When was the last time you watched SmackDown PC, roughly? Bigger, better, more action-packed. Alert. Fucked. Yep, The Rock was UFL. He bought XFL off Vince, and then 2 days later, what happens? His childhood friend Nick Khan joins WWE. Something off about that, huh? PC. Ah, the joys, huh? Pat McAfee show. Triple H will be on Friday, the 5th of April. Okay. Will Pat McAfee ask Triple H about Vince? Doubt it. Santos Escobar. Who is this? Dragon Lee. This dude coming out PC called Dragon Lee. Looks a bit like the Ultimo Dragon. Fake Rey Mysterio, yeah, yeah. So many of these guys, I just don't know, and I'm not invested in, you know? Like, I did follow AEW a fair bit back in 2021, but then I lost interest after they kinda it was a bit of a letdown, you know, the Pinnacle Inner Circle storyline. It it had potential to be really something, and it was just a bit disappointment in the end, I think, but so I watch more AEW clips than I do WWE. That's these guys are both like second generation wrestlers. Oversight. Would you not only have one guy in a match do a suicide dive, but that's two matches, right? So those are just simple things, right? The NDA, I think there could be something to it, you know. I mean, Jericho, it's not like him to be silent when his name gets brought up, and he kept quiet. And then Kylie Ray's reaction to the whole thing, just a smiley face, because you know the NDA has been signed. You know she can't say anything, so I think there is something to it, though. PC, yeah, Escobar's got something to him, no doubt. Like he could go beyond just being seen as like the cruiserweight type performer, you know. Escobar wins. Yeah, it's just the atmosphere in wrestling, you know what I mean? It can be really entertaining at times to watch, but then it's just a very dark there's a bad atmosphere there. Oh, they're beating the shit out of him. Who's running out? Carlito. Carlito for the save. Carlito needs his old music. He needs to come out to that old song. Just some generic Latino music for the sounds of it. Okay. Okay, that's come up to about an hour. I was maybe thinking of cutting it for now, this calling it a night with this. We've got Rey Mysterio coming out. I think that's the live stream cut off, but I think that's going to be me for now. Yeah, yeah, Jesus, yeah. Aaron Aguilera was the bodyguard. He did it. There, there was some storyline that allegedly that actually they were going to bring in New Jack, and New Jack was going to be the guy that would be Carlito's bodyguard, and he was the one who would have stabbed Cena. I don't know how true that is, but that's the story New Jack put out there. Um, but I think I'm just going to call that a night for now. Thanks everybody who came on. PC, thank you as always. The King Mike at the start had just been following his channel, and then he popped in. It was good of him to come on. And everyone else who came on, who's been watching, thanks very much. So I might do another live along later. I don't know, maybe one next week. I'll see how things go. Oh no, anytime, mate. It's all good. But maybe if it's not a WWE one next time, maybe I'll do an AEW watch along. But I definitely plan on doing it one for WrestleMania though. I'll do a watch along then. But that's me for now, guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it as always for coming on here and and all the with the comments and the just with everything. Been doing this now for a whole month, and it's really shot up with subscribers and and views. So I'm just being consistent and just trying to stick at it. But thanks a lot, guys. Thanks again. See you later. Bye.